Not the Africa you expect. No plastic bags, no bribery games. The president joins citizens to sweep the streets. Offer a little something under the table and you might land in jail. Oh, and you can register a company here in just 2 days, fully online. The system works fast, clean and digital. Wild, right? But at the same time, small country, price-sensitive buyers and not the easiest target. Rwanda wasn't our obvious pick. But after a year on the ground, we've seen something else. In this video, I'll show you exactly what flipped our expectations, including how a few tweaks in Kinyarwanda helped us turn cold traffic into profitable funnels. And you'll also get answers to questions like, what kind of audience actually converts in Rwanda? Which ad angles and traffic sources brought real results? Why trust and speed beat hype in this geo? So if you're after a geo where precision pays off, this one's worth your time. Watch till the end and don't forget to hit subscribe and the bell if you haven't already. Because if you're watching this, chances are you'll stick around and become a part of what we're building. We are INB.bio. Bold, fast-growing Nutra advertiser with more than 100 exclusive offers across high-potential markets in Africa, Asia and Latin America. Our global team of 400+ people helps partners scale with offers that actually convert, backed by real insights and long-term value. Here on the channel, we share what we've learned from working with world's most overlooked markets and how to turn unknown into undeniably profitable. Let's talk Rwanda, an unexpected geo with obvious return on investment. We've jumped into Rwanda in 2024, and here's why. It's a compact market with just under 15 million people, and that size actually plays to your advantage. With fewer competitors, you get room to test, stay precise, and build trust faster. The market is young, average age around 20, and over 60% of population is still under 25. But nearly a third falls squarely into one core Nutra demo, between 35 and 60 years old. Most live in urban areas like Kigali, where purchasing power is concentrated and targeting is more efficient. 3.7 million urban residents have internet access and actively buy vitamins, sports and dietary supplements, especially when messaging is simple, local and trustworthy. What works? Real stories from real people, local names, familiar faces and clear value, and cash on delivery. Trust drives conversions here more than flashy promises. Where they scroll? Facebook with 1.5 million users, WhatsApp for messaging and link sharing. TikTok is also rising fast, especially among Gen Z. Instagram is also growing among urban youth. The language landscape helps too. Kinyarwanda is spoken by almost everyone, while English and French are also widely understood. One well-localized campaign can go a long way. As of early 2025, around 4.9 million people are online. Expect to hit 38% of penetration by mid-year. While that number might seem modest, it's highly engaged. Facebook users are mostly men aged between 18 and 24, a built-in, fast-moving audience with long-term potential. Betting on this generation equals betting on future return on investment. Since 2024, we've been operating a small local call center, agile enough to handle volume, but tailored enough to build trust. Our product lineup in Rwanda is compact but targeted. Just 5 products across 3 main verticals. First, there's weight loss. Lean Sculpt targets women directly. This is fresh ground for us here. The trick? Localize heavily. Authentic images, relatable stories, Kinyarwanda slogans. We're testing aggressively and early results are promising. Then there's joints category. Mobile Flex and Jointiva are strong global performance, typically aimed at people aged 35 and up. But Rwanda's demographic skews younger, so your creative needs to highlight mobility, energy and daily life, rather than focusing too heavily on age-related pain. Finally, prostate health. With Vital Men and ProSkin, we target men over 40. Conversion here is steady but cautious. Local credibility is everything. Testimonials and culturally adapted landing pages in Kinyarwanda significantly boost trust and conversion rates. Payouts and approval rates are currently in active testing. If you're curious about the latest metrics or want to lock in special terms, talk to your manager directly. When it comes to traffic, Facebook is your go-to. It's our main driver right now. Tested, reliable and still underpriced. But Rwanda is flexible enough to let you experiment. We've already begun testing TikTok, push, native, display and Google Ads, and the early numbers look promising, especially with targeted segmentation. If you're a tester, this market gives you space. As for rules, Rwanda's ad landscape is comparatively relaxed. Fewer local restrictions and lower enforcement compared to many GEOs. But don't let that fool you. Platform policies still rule the game. And that means no exaggerated medical claims, stay within platform TOS. No mentions of local authorities or impersonation. And always check your creatives against the core guidelines. Your manager has the full compliance PDF. Grab it before launch and you're set. Positioning tip. Think of Rwanda as a controlled sandbox, flexible to test, but play clean. Working with Rwanda means adapting to a market that's still forming its patterns, and that's both a challenge and an opportunity. Right now, lead caps tend to be tighter, and volume might fluctuate more than you're used to. But that also means each qualified lead matters more, and precision pays off. Our call center teams report one common hurdle: skepticism towards new brands. People want reassurance, not noise. They don't always trust online ads, especially when they come with flashy promises or unfamiliar brands. Guys, take it seriously, and now let's have a look at what does work. Testimonials from healthcare professionals paired with relatable local proof consistently outperform generic messaging. That's where a smart, localized script can shift the outcome. Keep it simple, familiar, and clear. Vague promises do not land here. As for seasonality, it's still a work in progress. We're tracking local events, public holidays, and behavioral spikes to refine promo timing. Until then, keep an eye on your manager's updates for windows worth scaling into. Winning in Rwanda starts with one thing: going local. And we don't mean just slapping on a translation. Our creative team goes deeper. We don't just translate, we adapt your funnel to sound, feel, and flow like it was made in Kinyarwanda from day one. That includes reworking angles, adjusting tone, and syncing visuals with local expectations. Sure, English and French versions still convert, but native language funnels remain unmatched for trust and performance. You're also not flying blind. We're constantly testing new hooks, angles, and segments, and we don't keep that data to ourselves. You'll get real feedback on what's working, which city tiers are scaling best, what age groups are clicking, and which messages trigger real conversion spikes. Bottom line, Rwanda's not a guess and hope market. With proper localization and smart insight sharing, it becomes a precision play. And we'll be right there with you every step of the way. Now let's get to Rwanda's mini case. Here's a quick story on why localization matters so much here. When we first entered Rwanda, we assumed our global hits would do the trick. So we launched our top performing joint support ads, and then crickets. Click-through rates flatlined, leads barely trickled in. We're not just underperforming, we're invisible. We were showing Rwandan users stories they couldn't relate to. Older faces, stiff visuals, generic promises. Nothing that said, "This is for me." So we made 3 simple shifts. Headline: fully localized in Kinyarwanda. Visuals switched to younger, active characters, playing football and moving freely. Form: stripped to essentials. No fluff and no friction. Within days, we saw a turnaround. Higher click-through rates, lower cost per leads, and better approval rates. All from making the message actually local. Lesson learned: in Rwanda, relevance equals return on investment. To sum it all up, Rwanda isn't your classic high-volume geo. It's smaller, younger, and demands precision targeting. But if you're a disciplined marketer who values quality over sheer quantity, this market can and will deliver. The keys are clear: localized content in Kinyarwanda, careful price positioning, and authentic social proof. Get this right, and Rwanda becomes a market you can consistently win in, especially if you prefer precise gains over chasing big, unstable spikes. Thinking Rwanda might be your next geo? Drop a comment if it caught your eye, and reach out via contacts in this video's description. We'll be glad to have you on board for Rwanda and way beyond. Let's build something powerful together. INB.bio. Thanks for watching. Up next, we're getting ready to launch new geos like Kenya, Tanzania, Nigeria, Spain, and Bangladesh. We are already halfway there, and it's looking promising. Hit that subscribe button and stay updated to be the first to test traffic when it's go time.